the essence itself and the attributes of suchness, or the meanings of Maha. The greatness of the essence of suchness. The essence of suchness knows no increase or decrease in ordinary people, the Hinayanists, the Bodhisattvas, or the Buddhas. It was not brought into existence in the beginning, nor will it cease to be at the end of time. It is eternal through and through. The greatness of the attributes of suchness. From the beginning, suchness in its nature is fully provided with all excellent qualities. Namely, it is endowed with the light of great wisdom, the qualities of illuminating the entire universe, of true cognition and mind pure in its self-nature, of eternity, bliss, self, and purity, of refreshing coolness, immutability, and freedom. It is endowed with these excellent qualities which outnumber the sands of the Ganges River, which are not independent of, disjointed from, or different from the essence of suchness, and which are supra-rational attributes of Buddhahood. Since it is endowed completely with all these and is not lacking anything, it is called the Tathagata. Question. It was explained before that the essence of suchness is undifferentiated and devoid of all characteristics. Why is it then that you have described its essence as having these various excellent qualities? Answer. Though it has, in reality, all these excellent qualities, it does not have any characteristics of differentiation. It retains its identity and is of one flavor. Suchness is solely one. Question. What does this mean? Answer. Since it is devoid of individuation, it is free from the characteristics of individuation. Thus, it is one without any second. Question. Then how can you speak of differentiation, that is, the plurality of the characteristics of suchness? Answer. In contrast to the characteristics of the phenomena of the activating mind, the characteristics of suchness can be inferred. Question. How can they be inferred? Answer. All things are originally of the mind only. They in fact transcend thoughts. Nevertheless, the deluded mind in non-enlightenment gives rise to irrelevant thoughts and predicates the world of objects. This being the case, we define this mentality as, quote, the state of being destitute of wisdom, or ignorance, close quote. The essential nature of mind is immutable in that it does not give rise to any deluded thoughts, and therefore is the very opposite of ignorance. Hence, it is spoken of as having the characteristic of, quote, the light of great wisdom, close quote. When there is a particular perceiving act of the mind, objects other than the objects being perceived will remain unperceived. The essential nature of mind is free from any partial perceiving. Hence, suchness is spoken of as having the characteristic of, quote, illuminating the entire universe. When the mind is in motion, stirred by ignorance, it is characterized by illusions and defilements, outnumbering the sands of the Ganges River, such as lack of true cognition, absence of self-nature, impermanence, blisslessness, impurity, fever, anxiety, deterioration, mutation, and lack of freedom. By contrast to this, the essential nature of mind, however, is motionless, that is, undisturbed by ignorance. Therefore, it can be inferred that it must have various pure and excellent qualities, outnumbering the sands of the Ganges River. But if the mind gives rise to irrelevant thoughts, and further predicates the world of objects, it will continue to lack these qualities. All these numberless excellent qualities of the pure principle are none other than those of one mind, and there is nothing to be sought after anew by thought. Thus, that which is fully endowed with them is called the Dharmakaya when manifested, and the Tathagata when latent. The translator notes that, though in the ultimate sense suchness defies any predication of its characteristics, the characteristics of suchness can be symbolically suggested in relative terms that are accessible to the deluded mind, and are imagined to be the exact opposites of the characteristics of phenomena of the so-called activating mind.